Okay.
Hey, everybody. Kairi091 hanging out with you alongside Brian Lutes this time. Welcome back, Lutes. We missed you.
Click clack.
Apparently, click clack. So, we're going to just get right into it. We have a lot that we want to cover here, and make sure you stick around for the entire show, because later on we're going to have a visit from the one and only Red Ghost and Magic Man from Red Ghost Sports Talk. We're becoming good friends with those guys, and I don't know, it's always cool having them on because they got a lot of cool stuff to say. So, Lutz, why don't you get us, hang on, let me get my sounds up. I didn't have my sounds ready. Look how unprepared I was for this, you guys. Lutz, tell them how unprepared I was.
What am I doing?
Telling them how unprepared I was because I didn't have my sounds ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Can I start talking?
Top 5.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to play the top 5 sound.
Can I?
We're going to do the
Top 5.
coaches that Lutz just can't stand. So, Lutz, go ahead and take us through. Number 5.
All right. Starting at number 5, my 5th lamest can't stand him coach. This isn't necessarily okay. These picks aren't really based on record. It's just what I think of the guys. Number 5, I got Mike Tomlin. Now, he wouldn't really be on this list if it weren't for one incident. That one time that a player was running near the sideline during a play action, and Mike Tomlin sticks his foot out to trip the guy. A head coach doing that is mind-blowing. Mind-blowingly despicable. Who else has ever done that? And this guy won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl his first season in Pittsburgh. I don't remember against who. But to see a guy with success like that come and do that. Plus, players always talk about him like he just wants to be a player. He gets out there talking shit with all the guys, just wants to be their buddy, doesn't really try to lead them, wants them to, have drinks with him. And then to pull some shit like that, man, number 5 on my list.
And I think he might actually be younger than Adam Vinatieri. Number 4, hit it, Lutz.
Number 4, it's I got 2 on here because I kind of see him as the same guy. Number 4, I got a tie of Ken Wisenhunt and Todd Haley. They're kind of they have a lot of professional overlaps with each other. They've worked together in the same organizations a lot on the Steelers and the Cardinals. So the reason that I put these guys here is as coaches, they're decent. But as, bringing up and developing talent and as play callers, I think Todd Haley's a decent play caller. I don't think Wiz is. But I think both of these guys just, don't have enough going to really do the job all the way as a head coach, and they usually find success as an offensive coordinator, get bumped up to a head coaching gig, realize that they blow. I mean, dude, Ken Wisenhunt's record in Tennessee was 3-26. 3-26, bro. You are trash. So Ken Wisenhunt pretty much inherited the Denny Green team. And took that team to the Super Bowl. And then when the elements of that team started leaving and fading, he had absolutely no answer after that. And the Cardinals just blew dick until we finally got over it. Anyway, he sucks. So moving along.
Number 3,
I got Jason Garrett.
Oh.
And he's borderline doesn't belong on this list because it says top 5 worst head coaches. He barely qualifies as a head coach, only nominally. So he's pretty much just a patsy for Jerry Jones out in Dallas. The guy's a cheerleader on the sidelines, all clapping and shit when players make good plays and high-fiving them and smacking them on the butt and everything. He's got no spine. He allows Jerry Jones to make poor decisions for the team, playing Tony Romo on crutches and shit like that. So, he's got no balls, man. So I don't like the guy because of that. Anyway, moving along. Number 2, I got Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly kind of falls in that same sort of domain as Wisenhunt, where he's he's a good coach. He's an all right play caller, but he's incapable of creating an organic organization. If he comes into an established system like he did with the Eagles and he came into Andy Reid's players, he coached them to a couple 10-win seasons. But as soon as like the more control you gave the guy, just like the flatter the team became to the point where they're at today, where they have so they had 2 teams score 45 points on them in back-to-back games, and the last time that happened, the 2 players to do that to a team were Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, were the 2 quarterbacks that put up 5 touchdowns back-to-back against a team. And I think it was I'm not going to say what I think it was because I don't really remember. But for this time around, for it to be Matt Stafford and Jameis Winston to do that same feat, it's just a level of pathetic that you don't typically see in the NFL. So Chip Kelly's a fuckface. I can't wait till he's out of Philly just because that fan base deserves better. And number 1, all-time douchebag, baggiest of all-time head coaches, Jeff the Bitch Fisher. The guy is such a fucking asshat. He laughs when his team injures important players. Like, let's get something straight. As long as he's the coach of the Rams, they're never going anywhere or doing anything. So the fact that the only thing this team is ever known for is ruining the seasons of other teams that actually have the capability of doing something, he's just like a fucking cancer in the NFL. Like, his quarterback, Case Keenum, was clearly concussed, and Jeff Fisher let him go back in and keep playing. Like, he should be fucking fined for that. Like, there should be an investigation. Like, he should have consequences for that. I would never want a guy like that coaching my team. Like, I could never see a guy doing that.
And you know what?
Except for that bitch.
And you know what? I mean, I'm obviously biased, but the classiest coach in the NFL has got to be Bruce Arians. And even Bruce Arians says that there's no love lost between him and Jeff Fisher. There's no friendship to build upon or anything. There is scarcely respect between the two of them. So yeah.
Well, who the fuck is friends with Jeff Fisher? Who's like, that's a cool guy, or that's a
Greg
cool coach?
Williams.
I mean, just look at his face, man. He has the face of an asshole. And like, Bruce Arians jabbed him saying, you guys always finish 8-8. Bro, they're gonna have to fucking make a push to finish 8-8 this year. They're bitches.
All right.
So like 4-7.
So, moving on, I want to talk about the Cardinals' offense right now. And the first thing I want to point out to you, were you aware that only 7 rushers in NFL history have rushed for 2,000 or more yards?
I was not aware of that. Were you aware of that?
I do not know. Do you know? CJ2K is among that illustrious 7. O.J. Simpson is among that illustrious 7 too, but here's the thing. He did it in 14 games, okay? So...
Wow, that's the juice.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about CJ2K. He's hurt.
Yeah, fractured his tibia. So they're slating he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Curiously, they've got him on the expected to return list. That just seems kind of strange to me because obviously in the interim, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to manage the rest of this season and the beginning of the playoffs between David Johnson, Kerwin Williams, and Andre Paper Tiger Ellington. And so it's like, even if he does come back, rusty, not 100%, fresh off an injury, you're going to really throw him back out there in those critical games? It's hard for me to imagine him actually coming back because it seems like we're due for maybe an injury or 2 yet. And I can't imagine us like maintaining that roster spot for him all the way through the end of the season. But I guess we'll see how it's.
He's on IR designated to return. Actually, you know what? I have to do a shout out right now. There's a guy who listens to this show and he comments on Reddit all the time, and he cannot get enough Arizona, so he's always ordering extra Arizona. That's why he goes by Extra AZ. So, anyways, Extra AZ told me that because CJ2K is on injured reserve designated to return, his roster spot is available, which is how they were able to promote Kerwin without cutting anybody.
Tight. Thanks, Extra.
Thank you, Extra Arizona. And here's another tidbit for you, Lutes. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be great. So I was watching the local Fox affiliate to catch up on my sports and like the 10 o'clock news or whatever. And
Sure.
They mentioned that Chris Johnson went down and they had to promote Kerwin from the practice squad to be on the active roster. And they put up a picture of Kerwin Williams, and underneath it said, RB, Kerwin Johnson.
Ask how, ask now, ask Kerwin Johnson.
They called him Kerwin Johnson. And they spelled Stefan wrong when they wrote Steven Taylor.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
Steven Taylor.
yeah. But dude, Kerwin Johnson, it just runs through the Larry Johnson. It runs through
Yeah,
Larry
when they called Fitzgerald Larry Johnson. Well, you see like an athlete out there, you just say Johnson, you've got like a 50-50 chance of being right. But you know who we should pick up at RB? Steven Tyler. Like, why haven't we even considered that? Ah! Anyway, so
the singer?
one thing I'll point out about Chris Johnson is it may have been as a result of our O-line starting to be our cherished Cardinals O-line, which means sucky. But he had really kind of fallen off, man. And even in that Niners game, before he was injured, the snaps were already being moved over to Ellington because, like, Johnson wasn't getting it together. He was making some kind of bad choices where he would look around the edge to try to see if he could have a big play rather than just run up the gut in a gap that was made for him for, like, the 4-yard play. Arians even laid into him after one of those because Arians saw the gap and saw the 4 yards right in front of him and saw Chris run around it trying to hit a big play and then just picked up like one. So in my opinion, Chris Johnson was like possibly wearing down and going to maybe even be taking less reps. So just saying, I don't know how much of an impact. I mean, this isn't the same thing as losing Carson Palmer in any way, shape, or form. Chris Johnson was just sort of a blessing from heaven or whatever. Not a blessing in disguise, but, you know, we didn't expect this out of the guy. So having gotten the production that we got out of him, leaving a really healthy David Johnson and, you know, healthy as he can really get, Andre Ellington, kind of is good. We have guys starting the season fresh right now, starting quality running backs. Anyway, throwing that out there.
Offensive line. Ted Larson is going to be starting over Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper's healthy. They're starting Larson anyway. DJ Humphries is a bitch. I can't get over the fact that, you know, we spent a first-round pick on our O-line again, and we got 2 guys on our O-line at this very moment that were first-rounders, high, and fucking Cooper a top 10, and we're not starting him. And we have all these issues in the offensive line, and we can't start these, like, fucking first-round picks, dude. It's so aggravating. DJ Humphries, where the fuck are you? Now, granted, the position you'd be playing is not necessarily being occupied by somebody who is, like, trash, but, and Bobby Massey's been pretty good, but he's not great, and, like, it'd be really good to have Humphries. Like, think about it. When Bobby Massey got injured, when he injured his liver by drinking too much, we still didn't start DJ. Like, even during Massey's suspension, we still didn't fucking start him, dude. Like, that's unacceptable. I hate that guy. And I think A.Q. Shipley should get some more fullback gigs. I think that'd be cool.
That's weird. We don't even keep a fullback. Like,
no, it's not really how we scheme. But just considering how porous our O-line's been and our tight ends have been not blocking so well, I think it might be worth looking at trying to do a little fullback action.
Okay, so defense. Talk about defense.
All right. So defense, we signed a cornerback, a guy, Corey White. Don't really got any history on the cat, but I do know that we're looking to actually play him. He's going to be playing, I think, this weekend. So, yeah, we'll see how he does. We also signed a cat named another DJ Swearinger. He was signed at safety, but he's pretty much a depth guy, and he's going to be on the practice squad getting used to our system in case we might need him later on.
So, sorry about that, guys. DJ Swearinger.
DJ Swearinger, you signed a safety for depth. He's going to be on our practice squad until he gets used to our system, and he's going to be floating around in the background in case we need him. We got a really good second. Huh?
This, what I think, this point coming up about the guy, our cornerback position is probably the most interesting. I don't know if I'm like excited, but man, the fact that they put Britton Golden at cornerback, that is intriguing.
Yeah. So, going to be playing like flat corner and nickel packages. So the guy's like long. fast. He's a wide receiver, so I think interceptions will come pretty naturally to him. Just pretend that, you're the guy who's on the route for the ball.
But the only problem is that cornerbacks train rigorously to get in the habit of getting their head around so they don't get called for pass interference and things like that. I worry that they're going to target his receiver on every down, knowing that he's going to probably commit a penalty. Even if the receiver wasn't going to catch the ball, the Golden, as a guy who's never had any game time at cornerback, is probably going to be getting flagged, especially with the way the refs are flagging this year.
Yeah, they're a bunch of flaggets this year, big time. It's tricky, but here's kind of my perspective about Britton Golden. I'm really looking forward to him and looking forward to Justin Bethel playing because my thing with Gerard Powers is you can't really play any worse. I heard you mention on the podcast yesterday that I was Dog Powers, but what are we going to do if he's not there? Can it get much worse? The dude gets burned almost every play. So all you really can do is put somebody young there who has actual potential and see if you can get something more out of him. Because if you got something to prove, I think that a Justin Bethel or a Britton Golden, they might have the ability to actually make some plays. So I'm not too concerned about it. I'm actually eager to see, Justin Bethel has been wanting to be a cornerback this whole time. He's getting his shot now, so more power, man. I'm not really sweating Gerard not being on the field. The guy's been a liability anyway. So
Patrick Peterson, the P twice now has a P thrice in his life. Tell me about that.
I woke up feeling like I was on the moon. I woke up feeling like I need 100 gold. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
So, okay, Lutes, we're rolling. So I don't know if you want to start it off or what you want to do, man. This is kind of I already had my chance to talk to Red Ghost and Magic Man, and now this is your chance to get in on some Girl Man business. So
Okay. Well, I guess in no particular order. The main thing, I didn't think you guys wanted to be part of the whole Cardinals breakdown and shit. Because Kairi here just totally, glossed over it because I wasn't there to, hold his hand through it. So I figured we could start on the picks, and then just depending on how time works, you guys are welcome to, hang out and, talk about our team, or we can talk about the Broncos and the Jets, too, and shit. You guys can maybe teach us some of the details about that. But
I got the schedule ready to go if you want to hit the picks.
Yeah. So go ahead and count us off into the picks.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna start with the game. The game that's about to start right now. Packers at Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah, Detroit Lions against Green Bay Packers. Like I said, man, Detroit's not gonna beat them 2 times in a row. I don't think. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance on Detroit tonight. I feel frisky, so we gonna try to make some grown man business noise tonight. Okay. So I'm gonna go with Detroit. Master Man, who you going with?
I'm going with Green Bay. I like Green Bay.
Like Green Bay?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be a good one.
Okay, now
yeah.
How are you feeling about that one, Lutz?
That's a really tough one. Detroit beat them in Lambeau, so they're out in Motor City now. I see Detroit kind of still plugging away on a 3-game winning streak. Green Bay only redeemed themselves against the Vikings that one game, but then lost the next one. So I think Detroit's just showing me that they deserve for me to pick them right now. So I'm going to go with Detroit too tonight.
Okay. All right.
But it's hard to see Green Bay getting swept by them, man. That'd be crazy.
Next game we got.
That'd be nice right there.
It would be, especially for me in the NFC over here. The next game we got the Battle of the Meadowlands, Jets at Giants. I don't know how you count who's at home in that game, but apparently the Giants are.
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and let Magic Man take this one.
Hit it, Magic Man.
I got to ride my New York Jets all the way.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna throw something in there. The Giants should be embarrassed about the loss to the Redskins. Mm-hmm. One thing I'm concerned, man. Victor Cruz, where is Victor Cruz at?
Yeah, where's he been all season?
I know that the injury was serious, but I didn't know it was that serious.
How long ago did he get paid? Didn't he get paid somewhat recently?
Oh yeah, he just got a big contract last year. I'm gonna have to check that. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly the exact amounts,
You
but
ever notice these dudes let off the gas after they get paid?
Well,
they
dude, he
always
blew
get
his
hurt. They
freaking
always get
knee
hurt.
off, man.
Yeah, well, I'm
He,
saying
But
he,
as a rule, you always seem to see a guy that's in the last year of his contract plays his mind out because he's auditioning for his next contract. But once he gets
yep.
it, man, they kind of let up a little bit once they got the security and the $10 million coming in. So I
Look,
probably
plus,
let off too if I had $10 million.
plus
hey,
you got
look at
number two.
Sanchez. Look at Sanchez. Was it 58 million that he had got? Then he did the butt fumble.
Oh, oh man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna go on a limb. No disrespect to Magic, man. I mean, I love the Jets just because
doubles.
Todd Bowles. So I wish them all success. Their defense is beast, but they're beat up in the secondary right now. And I know both these teams are trying to make a push for the playoffs. I
Yeah.
just see Eli showing up and getting it done with Odell tonight and kind of exploiting their secondary holes a little bit. So I got the Giants.
All right.
I want to see that, man. I want to see Eli and I want to see Odell to do another one-handed catch. I'm liking my Jets right now. This is grown man business talking right here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the game green, man.
Okay, well, let me tell you this, though. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but you can't spell elite without Eli.
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
All right, let's keep it going. Oh, man, I hope y'all know the right answer to this one. Arizona Cardinals are going to St. Louis to take on the Rams. Who's going to get that one, Regos?
Hey, you already know I got the right
I know.
answer to this one.
You know what show you're on right now, dude. You got to say the
Hey,
Cardinals. Bro.
let me just say this. I like Todd Gurley.
Oh, man.
I like Todd Gurley.
Oh, man.
He's bringing life back to St. Louis. This is remind me of the Marshall Faulk days. They just need a quarterback now. But Arizona, man, they looking good, baby. They looking good. I gotta go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, gotta go with the Cardinals too.
There we go.
I gotta go with the Cardinals too. Magic.
That Lutes, you better make it unanimous. You better
This
not be.
it's a tough one though. It's just like the Rams offense is in like a free fall right now. I mean, Nick Foles threw 3 picks his last game. They don't even want the guy playing. But I just they're not going to get embarrassed by Todd Gurley again, so I got to go with the Cardinals. But I don't feel good about this game. I never do against these fags. As long as we don't get anybody else injured, I'll be happy.
It's like we said the first time we played the Rams. If we have to lose, I guess we'll take the loss as long as no one gets hurt. I don't care, man. Just don't take out Carson Palmer for the season again. That's all. All right.
I know, right? I know.
And here's an interesting stat for you guys. You guys can take this and do whatever with it, but listen to this. Jeff Fisher is 12 losses away from having the most losses of any coach all time. The only 3 coaches with more losses than Fisher have 90 more regular season games on their record than he does.
Oh,
wow.
God.
So Jeff,
I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know
hate that guy.
Right.
Yeah, after what they did to what's the Minnesota Vikings quarterback Bridgewater.
Yep.
After that, and
man.
Fisher was laughing. I really didn't like him after that, man. So
Oh, he's such a scumbag, man. He's the worst coach in the league. We'll get to that later.
Okay. So, let's see. We got oh man, I know where this one's going too with you, Red Ghost. We got the Hotlanta Falcons. They're going to Tampa Bay.
well, I'm not a big Atlanta Falcons fan.
So I've heard.
Magic Man, he liked the quarterback for
Brian?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, Winston?
Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Oh, for Tampa Bay, Jameis? Yeah.
Matty Ice is I think he's I guess he got the right name. He's gone cold. He's gone cold. But I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay on this one. It's a heads up because Falcons should be mad and they should be wanting to come out and play. They got the running back. What's his name? Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman.
He had a concussion last week. Yeah, so and I don't think Tampa Bay will beat them 2 times in a row. But like I said, I feel frisky. I'm gonna ride with Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I'm riding with Tampa Bay. Magic Man, I'm riding with Tampa Bay, baby.
Woo! All right, we got a unanimous across the board again. Okay.
Give me Tampa Bay, man. Falcons ain't shit right now.
Okay.
Pretenders.
Yeah.
All right. This one's I'm torn on who I'll always make 2 picks. I'll say who I think is gonna win and then who I hope wins, right? Because there's not always the same thing. In this case, I honestly don't know either who is going to win it, and I don't know who I want to win it. We got Seattle Seahawks going to Minnesota to play the Vikings.
Hey, I did a video a few minutes. We getting ready to upload that one as well. I understand where you come from in the NFC and everything, but I gotta go with Minnesota, man. They
Okay.
playing some great football. They playing great football. The defense is number 2 in scoring, so they get interceptions and fumble recoveries. They get into the touchdown. They scoring. They hungry for that score on the defensive side. And I'm a defensive player, so I just love it.
Okay. Magic Man, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Seattle because I like the way they're playing right now. So I'm gonna ride with Seattle.
Lutes.
I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings, man. They're gonna shut down Baby Lynch, the other running back. That's amazing out there.
You know,
Baby Lynch. I like that.
All right, let's keep going. We got. Oh man, I like this. I like this game right here. The San Francisco 49ers are going to Chicago to take on the Bears.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I mean, San Francisco's defense is not as bad as I thought they were going to be, and it'll be. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun matchup right there in Soldier Field too.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like color. This one's tough, man. This one's tough for me because a high school classmate of mine, he played for the 49ers a couple years ago, and that's Carlos Rogers.
Really?
We went to high school.
Whoa.
Yeah, we went to high school together.
Okay.
And he went to Auburn. He came to the Redskins. Then he went to the 49ers, and I thought he got traded to the Raiders, but I haven't seen him play this year, so I don't know where his current situation is at. But I'm gonna go with Chicago on this one. I'm liking how the coach is turning. What's the coach's name?
Fox.
Chicago John Fox.
Yeah, John Fox. I like how he turning that whole organization around slowly.
All right. Well, see, Red Ghost. Now that you told me that you're a classmate of Carlos Rogers, I now know how old you are. So, at least roughly within a couple years.
Hey, actually, I was a grade over him, so he was under me.
Okay. All right. So, let's see who's next on the slate. We got Jaguars.
Whoa, hey! I got the Bears. Let me make my pick, bro.
No, hit it.
I got the Bears. Bears, man. Adam Gase got color actually playing a little bit.
We're going with the Bears, baby.
All right, Magic Man, here you go.
Magic
Man, I'm going with the Bears.
You know what? I bet you that Adam Gase is a head coach next season. I'm not even playing. I bet you that Adam Gase gets a crack at one of these vacancies.
He was supposed to be the head coach of the 49ers, but Jed York told him that he had to have Jim Tomsula as his DC, and Gase is like, "Fuck no, man."
Okay, I
read about that.
Oh, he hit it right.
I read about that. Going on with the 49ers. They trying to really take a lot of control from him, so that's why he didn't go with that position with the 49ers.
Yeah, they're trying to tell him who to have in his staff and everything.
I gotta admit something about Jim Tomsula. When I heard his name, I thought his name was like James Thomas Sula, and he went by Jim Tom.
Yeah.
Hey, that could be
Jim
a good nickname for him.
Well, there's dudes that go. His name is James Robert, and they call himself Jim Bob. I thought this dude was Jim Tom, dude. I didn't realize Tom Sula was his last name. Anyways.
Oh wow.
Okay, so let's go on. We got Jacksonville Jaguars going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Last time I talked to you, Red Ghost, you picked Tennessee.
Yeah, like I said, Jaguars, they're not going to beat Tennessee twice. Tennessee should be mad from that loss to the Raiders because they had a chance to win a couple times. And I like the quarterback, man. I'm liking Mariota. I'm liking him, man.
How about you, Magic Man?
That's man.
Mariota, I'm gonna ride with Tennessee. Mariota's the truth. I like Tennessee in that one.
Yeah, anything's possible once you fire Ken Wisenhunt. What about you, Lutz?
I'm gonna go with the Jags, man. They're on the up right now. They got Julius Thomas out there clicking, the old Broncos boy. They're finding him more. Dude, look for that team next season too, because they get back what's his face, crazy ass edge rusher that they got in the draft. God, I can't think of the guy's name right now. He's a junior. Oh, Dante Fowler Jr. That's the dude.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah. I actually think Jaguars and Tennessee is the future. They're gonna next year. They're gonna be the teams to watch out for. So you're right about that.
yeah,
In that
absolutely.
division, yeah, I'm with you on that too. Okay, so next on the slate we got the Houston Texans are going up to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
Oh man, you know what? Rex Ryan, he really disappointed me on this one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with I'm liking how the defense playing with Houston, man. JJ Watt, he's a beast, man, and the
Oh yeah.
defense really woke up.
Hmm. How about you, Magic Man?
Yeah, I'm going with Houston. I like J.J. Watts. Hey, all I know, hey, they're gonna beat them. I like Houston.
I'm with you on that. Lutes, hit it.
I'm doing Houston, man. Hey, has Clowney been like out there at all? The old Jadavian? I think he's been playing a little bit.
I don't even know, man.
Clowney been okay. It's mostly JJ Watt, but Clowney been making a little noise. He's clogging the middle, and that's all that's important.
You
man.
remember when he came into the league, the talk of putting him on the same D line as JJ Watt, that it was going to be this shutdown line. It's kind of been that way. It hasn't been what I thought it was going to be, but it's still been
They're
good.
stepping up, you know. He had to get over his injury and shit.
Yeah, that's true, and it's slowly getting there. And like I keep telling people, man, it's gonna take some time. I think next 2 years, that defense gonna be the truth. It's gonna be like one of the top elite defense in the league, and it's turning around now. So, what was the guy they drafted over Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
I can't. Mario Williams. Yeah, Mario Williams, right?
Yeah, but he went to. Didn't he go to Buffalo?
That's my point. They got rid of him too fast, and he's dominating in over there in Buffalo right now.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time for Clowney to get there, and I think he's getting there right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
They need a real quarterback, man. No more Hoyer. Arian Foster will be back next year too. He's getting old though.
He is. Yeah.
That's true. They need a quarterback. You're right about that.
Okay. You know what? I'm a TJ Yates fan. Call me crazy. I like TJ Yates. All right.
Yates is good.
I like Yates.
Okay.
Against the Bengals.
Anytime you're playing Cincinnati, put Yates out there. Let me drop another one of those weird stats on you guys that I seem to come up with. TJ Yates has started against the Bengals as a Texan 3 times. The first time they beat the Bengals and it clinched the Texans' first ever playoff berth. The second time was in the playoffs in the wild card round, and the third time was when Cincinnati was undefeated and they got their first loss at the hands of TJ Yates. So TJ Yates is just kryptonite for the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's true. That's his old team, isn't it?
Oh, I don't even know. All I know is that he destroys those guys, man, when he runs into them. All right. Baltimore Ravens going down to South Beach to take on the Dolphins.
Wow.
I know. Who cares, all right? I don't even matter. You can pick it. It don't matter.
You know what? Since the Baltimore Ravens won like they did against the Browns, I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Okay.
I'm going with the Ravens. Miami, they're terrible.
Who's throwing for the Ravens these days? I forgot. I just saw him.
Oh, Max Schaub. He's the backup.
Schaub. There you go. That's right.
Matt Schaub.
Lutes, who you got now?
He's still throwing interceptions too.
Do you remember when he threw 4 games in a row, 4 pick sixes in a row in Houston?
Oh my God! It showed against the Browns too. It haven't been rubbed off yet.
All right, Lutes, you got the Ravens?
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, I got the Ravens.
Okay, next one. Cincinnati's going to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns.
You know what? I'm just mad at the coach for Cleveland Browns. He put in Davis instead of Johnny Football.
Oh, what an insult!
I need him to get out of that whole coaching job. They need to just fire him. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I don't like the Bengals, but I'm really not liking that head coach for the Browns.
Yeah, I'm all right with Cincinnati. I'm with the Magic Man. That coach, he got to go. So I'm all right with Cincinnati.
Yeah, Mike Patton, dude. I don't know what. Let me. Here's my commentary on the quarterback controversy, real quick, before I get to Lutz' pick on this game. You know what you got in Josh McCown, and that's the average quarterback. He's not good, but he's not awful. He's average. He's okay. You know that. That's all Josh McCown's ever going to be because that's all he's ever been. At least with Johnny Football, there's a chance maybe he could be something special. Like, you don't know yet because he's still young, but at least there's a chance with him. With Josh McCown, there is no chance. You know exactly what you got. He's not great. Hit it, Lutes.
All right, I got the Bengals, and to that point, it actually makes no sense to play anybody except for Manziel. They have to decide either if they want him to be on the team as a potential starter in the future, and if they don't, they need to get some kind of freaking trade currency built up with the guy, so they have to get him on film for other teams.
That's true.
Strategically, you're right. It makes no sense to play anybody but Manziel because one way or another, you're going to need some film on him, whether you're keeping him or shopping him.
Hey, I think he should have went to Houston in the first place.
I think so too. I think he would have. I think he's coming out. He come out of A&M?
Yeah, Texas A&M. You're right.
Yeah. That would have made a little more sense for him to go stay in Texas, where I guess they do things a little differently. But hey, okay, let's see. we got Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to the Bay to take on the Oakland Raiders.
Oh man, I love that one. That's old school rivalry, baby.
Yeah.
I got to go with the Raiders.
Magic Man.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I like the Raiders. I like the way they playing ball. Khalil Mack, that's one of my favorite players on defense. I'm gonna ride with the Raiders.
Hey, Amari Cooper's my favorite player in the NFL right now, man. I've been following him since Alabama when he was in college, and I like how Oakland is really putting together a good team.
Lutes.
All right, AFC West showdown. Kansas City's on that 5-game roll. I don't think it's going to stop right now, man. They're just like a more developed team. Oakland's still a little young, so give me the Chiefs.
All right, let's keep it going. Oh, man, I know this one. I don't even need to ask you this one, Red Ghost. Broncos going to San Diego to take on the Chargers. Red Ghost, tell them.
We are Denver Broncos.
Woo! Magic Man.
I'm gonna go with Denver Broncos. I'm gonna ride with Broncos. They're looking good with the quarterback, the new
Big
quarterback.
Brock, baby. That's my boy right there. Lutz, tell him Broncos and Chargers.
Man, this might be more of a lock of the week than the Pats-Eagles game. It's gonna be the Broncos by a mile.
Speaking of Pats Eagles,
We got a YouTube channel, Red Ghost Sports Talk.
Red Ghost Sports Talk. That's right.
Check it out. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm in the restaurant still, and I'm talking to another guy. Look like he likes some football. Look like he play a little football and baseball. So I'm telling him about my YouTube channel. Check it out. We network everywhere we go, baby.
That's probably why your channel's growing like a weed, man. All right.
Hey, thanks to you guys too.
Okay, we got a couple more games left to pick. The Eagles are going to New England to take on the Patriots. Red Ghost, last night you told me the Patriots is going to win this one. No questions asked. You still feel that way?
Yeah, I still feel that way. Unfortunately, I still feel that way. I don't like the Patriots, but yeah, the Eagles just not playing for Chip Kelly, man. They want him out of there. So
one of your fans on your channel commented on one of the videos when you were talking about the Broncos beating the Patriots, and she called them the Deflatriots. I like that name.
I love that. I love that. That was just so funny, man.
That's a good name, Deflatriots. Lutz, who you got?
Oh, come on, man. It's Pats.
Okay. Nothing else to say
That's
about
an easy
that
one. Mention it.
All right.
Okay, now what game is this? Oh, Patriots. I'm going with the Eagles. I can't ride with the Patriots.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm ride with the Eagles, baby.
Yeah, but let me ask you, Magic Man. But let me ask you this though: even if the Eagles win this game, Chip Kelly's still going to get fired at the end of the year, huh?
Oh yeah, he still got to go. But I just want him to beat the Patriots.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Next one. I hope Okay, we got the Panthers going to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Man, wouldn't it be a glorious thing? But it's okay. Red Ghost, tell him.
Okay, well this is the Magic Man. I'm riding with the Panthers all the way. I think they going to the Super Bowl. So I'm riding with the Panthers all the way, baby.
I'm worried that you might be right about that.
Oh yeah, Carolina, they playing some good football, man. I think they're gonna get to 11-0?
Yeah.
They're gonna stay undefeated. What I like about that team right now, they're not worrying about their record, man. They just want to keep winning and control that playoff spot for number one for home field advantage and get to the Super Bowl. They don't care about being undefeated and staying undefeated. They just taking it one game at a time. And I just love that. And Cam Newton, I mean, really, MVP. MVP type caliber game year he's having. He deserves it.
I'm with you on that, man. I really don't. I've never liked Cam Newton very much. I never liked Cam Newton very much, but I cannot deny the fact that he seems like the MVP to me. Only because when I think about that word valuable, it means to me, what would the team be like if you just took that player off the team? How good could they be? And the Carolina Panthers would be like a 500 team if you pulled Cam Newton off their squad. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right.
Lutz, who's going to win this game? Panthers going to New Orleans.
Divisional matchup. This one is in the Superdome, right?
It's in New Orleans, yeah.
Kairi, Carson.
Yeah. So, I mean, they don't got much of an offense in Carolina, so I don't think they can exploit New Orleans' weak defense as much as other teams have. So I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say New Orleans shows up on this one just to prove a point. That's a stupid pick, but New Orleans. That's my upset.
But if I...
I want it to be true, man. Come on,
man.
be true. Come on.
Oh, man. Wouldn't that be so much fun? All right, so let's keep it going. We got 2 more games left to pick. We got Indianapolis Colts going to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
Oh, man. You know what? Hasselbeck is playing good, man.
Yeah.
That old man is showing the young boy how to do it. I like the Colts, man. I don't like how they beat my Denver Broncos, but I like them in this game right here.
Magic Man.
Okay, this Magic Man. Okay, I'm going to go with the Colts because they've been playing good ball. I'm going to ride with the Colts.
Lutes.
I got the Steelers on this one.
Sunday Night Football. Steelers going to get it?
Steelers going to get it.
Okay. All right. Last game. Monday Night Football, man. I don't know about this one. Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys are going to Washington to take on the Redskins.
Okay, let me say this. I think it's going to be a little better than Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Monday Night Football. I'm going with Redskins on this one.
Ooh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Yeah, that's a rivalry, and I'm gonna go and ride with the Cowboys.
Lutes. Lutes. Brian Lutes, you there?
Well, the Redskins have won every home game and lost every road game. So I don't think the Cowboys really have any fight left in them after this shit. The Romo going down. So I got the Redskins.
Okay, so that's the long and short of our games for the week. Looks like we picked them all. We'll see who ends up having that good record there on correct picks. I was surprised to see the like dissension. I already did my picks. I'm not picking again. You guys already know my stance. So, Lutz.
Yep.
That's it for our picks for the week. So I want to say thank you to Red Ghost and Magic Man for coming by and enlightening us and sharing with some grown man business with us right now.
Hey, I appreciate the invite, man. We had fun. I hope we could do it again.
We appreciate it.
I hope so too. One for good measure before we close out here. Give me a grown man business and a click clack, if you would.
Grown man business.
Click clack, baby.
Click clack, baby.
Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Well, thank you for joining us, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, man. Y'all take care.
All right, so that's going to be our show for this week. Thank you to Red Ghost and Magic Man from Red Ghost Sports Talk for coming by and hanging out with us. Be sure to check out their channel, Red Ghost 1 or Red Ghost Sports Talk. And yeah, that's
Those
about
good
the long
people,
and short.
man. Those are our boys.
That's
our friends over there.
So thank you guys for checking out Kairi's Cards Cast for this week. Be sure to join. Well, this is the second episode of Kairi's Cards Cast this week. Whatever. The point is, thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. So be sure to join us next week for more Cardinals fun, because it's Cardinals time. Tell them, Lutz. Tell them time.
Wait, I want to tell them something real quick before we go.
Tell them.
It's Cardinals time. You fucker.